fans of the Benton, the Harley Benton. You might be a beginner and that's why you're here, but you're probably someone who already owns 15 Harley Benton because this is the target audience. This might be number 16. We're looking at the Fusion T. Harley Benton Fusion line is kind of like their more upper class instruments with really cool features. And now they came up after all the fusions with the cool tops and all that with the Tele version of them. So we have two here. We have the one with tremolo and roasted maple and natural look. And we have one with a solid top or an opaque top and no trem. So let's look at features and then we compare them A to B with a couple of amps and then we're done. You've already heard them back and forth in a track. Thank you, Tom James, for your amazing elevated jam tracks. If you want to noodle on YouTube, use elevated jam tracks. Now we're looking at this one here. This is clocking in at 299 at the moment which is a fair price for an inexpensive guitar if the features are great. So we have a matching headstock with kind of a Tele style body, but a beautiful kind of cutout here. Let's look at this a little bit more detailed, which I really like, having the color of the back. And then you can see that there is, well, this is one of the things we need to talk about. It says on the website, ergonomically shaped body, and the body is made of sapele. Okay. But it says it's the top is a figured maple veneer. Well, I don't see veneer, and if they put a veneer here on here, and then I think this is the wrong description, because this binding is a natural binding, and if you look at it, this is not maple. The binding is clearly the body, and there is no extra top on this guitar. There is no veneer top on the guitar. That doesn't make sense. So we have dot inlays, which are a beautiful kind of a cream. So that's neat. A modern C neck profile, 305 millimeter fretboard radius. Look, you can read all this stuff. It has a GraphTech nut, which I like. However, Harley Benton nuts usually look kind of like, who's shaping this? You know, do they even have eyes? In this case, it's fine. I wonder if they're using GraphTech nuts, why they're not using GraphTech string trees, because GraphTech string trees are kick-ass, and that really can't break the bank. In this case, on this guitar, it's really the one thing I could fault on it. Looking at the string tree, it's very crooked. Let's see. See how that's installed, kind of. Come on. Crooked. It's just, attention to detail doesn't necessarily happen there. What is amazing in this price range is locking tuners. They are no name, kind of like on my signature guitar, but they absolutely do the job. They're good tuners, and there's nothing more to say about that. We have Roswell, LAFBCR, whatever that means, Nico 5 humbuckers, master volume, master tone width, push-pull for single coil sounds, and three-way switch. It is a three-way, not a five-way. Custom hardtail, chrome hardware, blah, blah, blah. Comes with tins called Ocean Turquoise. Okay? I like the black pickup rings with the chrome pickups. Everything about this is nice. Now, before we hear the individual sounds, I can already tell you what I feel. Does it sound like a guitar worth 5 times the money? No, it doesn't. The sounds are staggered tuners. I'm just seeing that now. Staggered tuners. They're going down. Nice. That's how I want to see it. The sounds are decent. The sounds are usable. They don't floor me, especially when we go single coil. It gets a little bit thinner. Sometimes the sounds are, but thinner in a way that's like, is that too thin? Sometimes the sounds are not balanced. Now, a lot of people buy Harley Bentons as a basis for modding. I don't think you would have to change anything on this. I'm pretty sure if you give it different pickups, this guitar will shine. Because I have a feeling that the pickups are kind of the weak translator between the potential of the guitar and what it can be. So it's all there. It's nice, but I recorded a whole bunch of Ibanez AZs, €2,000 guitars videos, and then I recorded the sounds for this, and it was clear that wait a second. Something's missing here compared to a €2,000 guitar, just to let you know that. Now, this is actually rather light, whereas this is rather heavy. Now, it could be that on Harley Benton guitars, or on inexpensive guitars, there's a wide range of weights simply because they use different woods. It might be more dry, less dry, all this. But it might also be because this is the Trem version. We don't know. But the difference in weight between those two is rather drastic. This is, I would say, too heavy. Okay, I can't tell you how heavy. I would have to measure that, and I don't wanna. I have a scale somewhere. Desi, can you bring me the scale? So this one's 3.7, 3.1. So 600 gram difference, which is, I would say, considerable. You definitely notice. So we have a Wilkinson Trem here, which you can, no, it screws in, okay. But nice and firm, yep. And the amazing thing is when you look at the trem block, can you see that in the back there? That's a thick-ass trem block. You usually only see that on very expensive guitars, so that's pretty impressive. Cool shaping here. This one has a roasted maple neck and fretboard, and that clocks in at more money. So if I go to my Thomann website here and go... Interesting. If I go to the Hardtail version of this, it's $399. If I go to the Trem version of this, it's still $399. So they don't make a difference between Trem and no Trem, but they make a difference between roasted maple or not. The roasted maple will cost you another $100. Usually they have beautifully figured necks. Let's see if that camera can get it. Yeah, there you can see some nice... Yeah, there you can see some nice flames. Really neat. Again, beautiful cream dots, side dots, same locking tuners. Everything is really the same, except for this does have the veneer, clearly, and it's a pretty veneer, and it has the Trem. Sound-wise, this might be because of the weight, but it might also be because of the Trem. This is 10% leaner than the other one. This is a little bit thinner, a little bit more brittle than the non-Trem version. Can I tell you that is because of the Trem? No. Do I think it is? Yes. Could it be because of the weight? Yes. Is the weight because of the Trem? I don't know. Does that Trem block weigh half a kilo? I don't think so. So there is a range of weight within these guitars. If you need the tremolo, the Wilkinson is solid, no problem whatsoever. We have a self-lubricating nut, and we all need more self-lubricating nuts from Graphtec. Hi, Justin. Justin from Graphtec, cool guy. So let's listen to the let's listen to the sounds back to back. Okay, what have we learned? Well, whether or not you want a tremolo doesn't affect the price range, because we know that the green one without the roasted maple neck, with or without trem, is $299. The roasted maple one with or without trem is $399. So it's really whether you want roasted maple or not. Price-wise, the trem, no difference. So you decide whether you want spend a little bit more money, whether the roasted maple matters to you, whether, of course, the roasted maple tonally might account for a little bit more attack than the other one, but they are very close. Visually, I think those are stunning guitars. I think they're way cool. Kind of a modern Tele with this thing here and then the fake binding going through this. I just think they're cool guitars. They are on the higher priced range of Harley Bentons at 300 and 400 euro. However, at 300 and 400 euro, they're still inexpensive budget guitars. And good ones at that. I think if you put in some replacement pickups, they can be better guitars. But that isn't saying that they aren't ready to use and, to kick ass out of the box. But later on, if you think, well, should I buy another guitar or should I put $150 in these? Probably put $150 in these because all the elements are there. And I think with some thicker pickups, you could have a thicker sound. So check them out. Links below. Right now, everything says, on order. So these are probably sold out. Well, these two are going back, so two might become available very soon. Thanks, Leslie, for bringing the scale and switching this video for me. I'll put links below. Please support me on all the platforms that you can, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. Do anything you can to support the content creators. Not just me, all the people that you watch, We are dependent on you. And so are the animals, of which there are some at the end.